Tonight, the shocking toll the trial of Casey Anthony could take, and it's not what you think. The prosecution announced they would seek the death penalty against Casey, charged with the brutal murder of her own precious daughter, Kaylee. But the cost of that decision is a lot more than emotional. It will tack on years, manpower, and an estimated $1 million in tax dollars, but it doesn't stop there. Casey has built a dream defense team, and taxpayers may wind up footing some of her bill, too.
Will it affect the trial? Yes. It may delay it. It certainly will make the costs to the taxpayers in the state of Florida at least triple.
Triple? What Baez fails to mention, he could have Casey declared indigent. That would allow him to charge the state for her lawyer fees and expert witness costs. All those expert witnesses. Meantime, Florida taxpayers already paying Roy Cronk's legal fees. The meter reader who found little Kaylee's remains was on the job when he made that gruesome discovery. Therefore, Orange County agreed to pay $10,000 for Cronk's attorney. And just yesterday, county officials agreed to an additional $2,000+. Some taxpayers are up in arms about paying all these costs, wondering why would Kronk need an attorney in the first place? Well, because this case has become a three-ring circus with every volunteer, private eye, and bounty hunter coming out of the woodwork to lend a hand, but only costing taxpayers more money. When will the insanity end and justice for little Kaylee prevail? So many issues. Back to my expert panel, the fabulous Janie Weintraub, criminal defense attorney, and Beth Karras, correspondent for True TV. Beth, many people wondering why Roy Kronk, of all people, needs an attorney. Does every person in a case like this, every single person, need a lawyer?
Absolutely not. It is very unusual for a witness, I don't care how important the witness is, to have an attorney. You might, in a big case, need a PR person. It's my understanding that the first $10,000 was really to deal with the media, but do you need an attorney to deal with the media? You need a PR person. The $2,500 recently approved by the county is for an attorney to represent him at the deposition. Again, if he's going to be truthful in his answers, there's no reason why he really needs an attorney, but the county has agreed to pay for it.
Well, every one of these big cases I've covered, it's just everybody gets sucked in, everybody gets an attorney, and even the attorneys get attorneys. I've actually seen that happen. Just seeking the death penalty in the case against Casey Anthony could cost taxpayers an additional $1 million. A change of venue could cost a lot more than that. The investigation into Kaylee's disappearance itself reported to have cost tens of thousands of dollars. If Jose Baez has Casey declared indigent, this question to Janie Weintraub, could taxpayers wind up paying for her expert witnesses and other fees too? How does that work?
Well, you have to petition and fill out certain applications, and she'll be treated just like every other defendant that is indigent, that can't afford the expert witnesses and the attorneys according to the rules and regulations.
So why doesn't every poor person just hire the most famous attorney they can think of?
She will not be entitled to, a $5 million lawyer. She will be entitled to a lawyer to be paid according to the state fees, unless there are exceptional circumstances, which there very well might be here. Normally in death penalty cases, there are certain routes, and the JAC in Florida will determine that amount of money. But as far as Roy Kronk is concerned, I got to tell you, Jane, Florida bar rules prevent witnesses from being paid. Could you imagine if the defense paid for a witness's lawyer and paid a witness $10,000 like the county agreed? The witness would be charged with witness tampering and obstruction. The defense could never get away with it.
They're not paying him. They're paying for a lawyer.
Treatment?
Well, I'll tell you why. Many Floridians are furious about paying for Roy Kronk's attorney.
They should be.
But here's why the guy may need one. Listen to what Leonard Padilla, the bounty hunter, told Nancy Grace about Kronk back in January.
What's your theory? How is Kronk somehow part of a conspiracy? Go ahead and tell me.
Well, we know that the defense is the one that's benefiting by the confusion right now as to the finding of the body and how it was found. How did somebody get word to Kronk to get out there? I think he was the end of a daisy chain that started with Casey and two or three people in the middle there. And he says he saw something white out there.
Beth Karras, the reason why this guy needs a lawyer is because Leonard Padilla is saying he's the end of the daisy chain. And that is quite a wild statement, given that this guy, the cops say he was a good Samaritan who did a good job and had a good gut and found the body.
You know,
and cooperated. That's why he needs $12,500 for a lawyer? Good Samaritan, my butt.
I was in Orlando when the body was found, and I was at the press conferences when the Sheriff's Department was saying they have no reason to suspect any wrongdoing on the part of Roy Kronk, and they really don't. The State Attorney's Office stands by him as far as I understand. I understand because of the media attention on this case that he did need some help, perhaps. He took another job within the county as a result. He didn't want to be out reading meters at this point because some people feel he knows more than he is saying. But, you know, when I heard the sheriff's spokesperson say that they have no reason to believe any wrongdoing.
That's what the sheriff said. They also haven't charged the cop that was lying under oath, Crane, with any offense for lying under oath.
Well, you know what, guys? This is why people aren't good Samaritans. Because look what happens. You're a good Samaritan, you find the body, and then
I'm not
your
so
life
sure this
becomes
guy
a
is a
living
good
hell.
Samaritan.
Oh, please.
Please. Selling his story to Good Morning America.
Look,
selling
I'm going to give Beth the last word on that because she was there.
Well, I had no reason to believe. It was very strange, but I didn't have any reason to believe once the Sheriff's Department said that they were standing by him. They are thorough. They're good down there in Orlando, I must say.
I want to thank you, Beth Karras. Always, I'm a big fan. And JVM.